Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This is my top 10 stocks as we head into Friday, November 1st. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you are someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol DJT, been tracking this one very closely. And now from a technical point of view, it's sitting at, I don't want to say a total do or die situation, but it's sitting at a very, very important situation. And from a technical point of view, it has everything to do with that pink line there, which on my chart represents the very well-known, very famous 200 period moving average. And to be fair, so far so good. Assuming you're bullish, you would want to see that level act as support and check it out. The price been doing a very good job of respecting and honoring that level. So far so good. That level has been behaving as a support, but that does lead into Friday. Will the price continue to respect that area of support? Nobody knows the future, but that is certainly a very valid question and an area where whether you're bearish or bullish, trade plans are probably definitely going to be being constructed based around that as a big kind of linchpin, whether you're bullish or bearish. And that is why risk management matters, because somebody's going to be right about that 200 period moving average, somebody's going to be wrong, but the common denominator is a lot of people are going to be watching that level there. So yes, more of the story headed into Friday. That pink line there right now valued at 34, we'll call it 75, is that key level of support. If the price does try to bounce the initial area, I'm going to just use this level for now, but initial level of resistance and any sort of attempted bounce right there at 37.50. And then from more of an overarching standpoint, keep an eye on that purple line right there, the 50 period moving average. But that's somewhat irrelevant right now because first got to see if not only can that pink line hold strong, but can the price break above that initial level right there. Next one, BFRI, and overall big mover today and has had somewhat of a pullback, and this is where things get a little tricky to talk about from a presentation standpoint, because if you're a day trader, flipper, scalper, whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within 3 minutes, well then yes, from that perspective, the chart looks really, really bad, because there is no doubt about it, from the highs here, the price has pulled back. Now, if you care about the bigger picture point of view, part of caring about the big picture is saying, well, yeah, Clay, that's fair enough. There was this pullback, but what was happening before the pullback? And you would say the price was down there and it exploded all the way up there, which has now given me the ability to draw a bull flag pattern. Again, I fully am aware that if you're a day trader that bought right there, you don't care about this bull flag pattern. There's nothing bullish at all to you. But depending on your angle, depending on where you're currently at, there is still some bullish attributes here from the bigger picture standpoint and the bull flag pattern. So if you like stocks down in this price range, you like bull flag patterns, keep an eye on it. Next one here, PLBY, and overall, pretty eventful day, huge explosion, price came down, and when it gets down around this area, it becomes a very valid question to say, is this a pump and dump? Is this some sort of gap and trap where it gapped up, showed strength, and is now going to collapse totally back to where it was? And we got our answer, and as of now, it is not, because the price did level off right there very nicely at $1.05, and that'll be the main area of support to watch moving forward. So if this current upwards move comes back down, keep a close eye on $1.05 as an initial area of support. If the price can't hold above there, next key area of support would be that purple line down there, the 50 period moving average. In regards to levels of resistance, main battleground to watch in the very near term, going to be right here at the $1.27 mark. And then if the price can push up through there, next key level of resistance right up there around the $1.44 mark. But all in all, like I said, eventful day today, quite a bit of volatility, but very, very interesting late day movement here as the price heads back upwards. Is this a start of another surge of momentum for Friday? We'll see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol SMCI, and another downwards day on this one. So what I'm actually going to do is put a little bit of an angle on this line, because really that's what I think a lot of people will be watching, that trend line right there. So let me change that to red for resistance and just keep a very close eye on that. And SMCI has got a lot of drama out there. Relatively popular stock. So when you have a lot of drama on a relatively popular stock, there can be some very, very dynamic movements. And that's one of those situations where if enough people are watching the same level and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movements. In my mind, that's what that line right there is representing. So again, no guarantees, but if the price were to come up here and push up through that level, in my opinion at least, more than reasonable to think that a break right there could very well kind of just spark additional momentum, even if people are buying just because it's breaking a trend line on a chart. In terms of levels of support, pretty straightforward here, as the price several times this morning was knocking around right here around the $27 and we'll call it 20-cent mark. And you can see it did indeed hold strong. So basically 4 candles in a row right there. So if the price does come back down, then that will be the main area of support. But yeah, like I said, very popular stock right now with all the drama, a lot of volatility on it. So we'll see what happens on Friday. Next one, NVDA, rough move on this one. And really the majority of the loss came from the opening 30 minutes right there. Big red candle. And then we had this false breakdown right here. So it acted like it wanted to be bearish. And then it was kind of just a joke where the bulls were like, hey, just kidding. And up it's going. Now, yes, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But like I said, at one point, things were looking very, very sketchy, but the price has turned around itself nicely. So first key area of resistance moving into Friday, going to be right there at 134.75. If the price can push up through there, next key area of resistance after that, right up there around 136.75. In terms of levels of support, pretty straightforward here, as the price, not exactly, but broadly speaking, right down there around 132.35 on 3 separate occasions. There, and there. The price, like I said, not the exact level, but just the general vicinity. The bears tried on 3 different times and just could not gain any sort of continued downward momentum. So if the price does come back down, more than valid to think that that could create another bounce. But again, not guaranteed, and that's why risk management matters. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering this evening. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to manage risk and build consistency, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down below in the description box. Or if you're watching at my website, there's an area right there on the webpage. Now, one special note, it is a live event. So a couple of things, maybe you already have something on your schedule this evening, or maybe you're watching this Friday morning and you totally missed it. Send me an email, clay@claychar.com, and I'd be happy to send you a link to the replay so that you can watch it, if that fits into your schedule better. But if you can't make it live, then get signed up and I'll see you here in just a few hours. Next one here, ticker symbol PTON, and overall good solid pattern here has formed. So let me just get the pattern drawn into play. We have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. Whoops, just because I can't help myself, let's make it a little bit more proportional. There we go. Let me change this to green to represent support. And then just to make the pattern easier to see, let's keep it one color. So we have our resistance. We have our support. We have the big explosion right there. For you golfers out there, try to make it a little bit more visual for you. Put the golfo down here. This would be a bull pennant pattern. So if you like bull pennants, you like stocks down below $10, keep an eye on it. Next one, TSLA. Tesla, not a good day today. Not necessarily because it was red, but just because from a technical standpoint, it did finally break down through that level of support that I've been talking about at 255.20. So the first update, let me just get rid of that actually. But first key update is just based on a foundational rule in chart which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. And you can see that actually played out perfectly here. Price broke down below that opening 30 minutes. And then next couple of candles right there, try to get back above it, but the momentum just could not sustain itself. And then back down it went. So if there is any sort of attempted move back in the upwards direction, first key question mark is, can the price get back above 255.20? In terms of levels of support, squeeze things down here a little bit. Next key overarching level of support, down here at that level, which sits at the 247. And then just from the overarching standpoint, price is still plenty above that 200 period moving average. So big picture wise, even with the breakdown here, everything is still perfectly fine. Tesla is still way higher than where it was just a few weeks ago. So it's not like today has destroyed the entire chart. That's not my claim. I'm just saying that, yeah, today individually, not the greatest of days, but when you're looking at multiple days, still plenty of opportunity. Now, if the price were to come down there and crash through that level, then yeah, the conversation needs to start to change a little bit. But as of now, that's not the case. So big picture wise, everything is still perfectly fine for Tesla. But in the near term, yeah, there's definitely some weakness showing up. Next one here, SOFI, and overall things are hanging in there just fine. Pulled back a little bit today, but if you watched yesterday's video, hopefully remember me talking about that purple line there as an ideal level of support, meaning, hey Clay, what would make this chart look the strongest moving forward? And that would be if that level could hold strong, and you can see that level did a fantastic job earlier today respecting that purple line before finally getting a little bit of a bounce upwards. Now, with all that being said, even if the price were to come down there and crash through that purple line, not the end of the world, because yeah, you guessed it, from an overarching standpoint, the price is still well above that 200 period moving average. Now, if the price breaks down through there, then yes, as I said for Tesla, same with this one, the conversation would need to begin to change. But as of right now, preferably speaking, that level is holding above that area right there at the purple line. But even if that doesn't occur, then just you want to see it stay above the pink line there. As far as areas of resistance, nothing new to report here. Still all about that trend line that I drew in yesterday's video. Price never really got even close to testing it today. But if there is an attempted surge back to the upside, then yeah, keep a close eye on that trend line, which has quite the history right now of rejecting the price. Next one, SQQQ. Very eventful day on this one, as got a gap up and the volume was very strong. And even as I speak right now, you can see this thing is trying to even push towards those highs again. So as far as areas of resistance are concerned, main battleground to watch headed into Friday, right up there at $7.60. Nothing fancy, no complicated logic here other than just asking the question, where did the party finally stop today? And you can see, broadly speaking, it was right there around that 760 mark. So keep an eye on 760 as that main battleground. And it's actually slightly above this breakout point over here. So it's actually cleared that area of resistance. So that's good to see in and of itself. As far as areas of support are concerned, the preferable level, meaning, hey, Clay, what makes this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? That would be if the price can stay above right there at $7.41. But from the big picture standpoint, just keep an eye on that purple line there, which you now know is the 50-period moving average. Keyword being moving, because I understand this line's way down there, price is way up there. But as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. So as long as the price stays above that line, as the line itself is in an uptrend, then overall the bulls are in full health, full power, however you can best visualize that. But yeah, as of right now, the price is seemingly getting close to potentially doing battle with that 760 mark. So we'll see if the price can get up through there on Friday. Next one here, ticker symbol TQQQ. And what I want to start off here with is actually just getting a line in play. So you can't quite see today's, but let's just do this real quick because I'm curious. And then I want to change that to green. And we'll see, I don't know, maybe is the price down below this line? Not quite. So again, that's what I'm, oops, do that there. There we go. So that's what I'm using, these 2 points right here to generate this trend line right here. And I think that moving forward, this is a very important level of support. Now, in the very near term, yes, that level right there around 69.40, you could completely 100% consider that a level of support. I would issue zero argument against that because it's true. That is a very near term one, but I'm just trying to focus on more so the bigger areas of support. And I think that trend line there could play a role. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that resistance up there as it's played served its purpose for now, because in the near term, the more relevant area of resistance right now, right up here around the 71.50 mark. So keep an eye on that if it does try to bounce. But if this price does roll back over, then we'll see. And I think that'll be a big question mark on a lot of people's mind. Is the price going to also break down through there, or is that going to generate some sort of bounce? So definitely a lot of good volatility on this one today. So we'll see how it plays out to close out the week on Friday. I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a second, but for you stock traders out there, again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about this tool and how it can and should be used, then definitely get signed up for the free live webinar. It'll be, like I said, this evening, Thursday, October 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is a genuine live event, and I say that because there will be a Q&A session. So if you have questions, please bring them. I'd be happy to answer them live for you. But if you can't make it live for whatever reason, go ahead, send me an email to clay@claytra.com, and I'd be happy to send you a link to the replay. All right, now let's talk some Bitcoin. First off, one clarification here. I am now on the 4-hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours instead of 30 minutes. And that's because Bitcoin's open 24/7, and I want this analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible. So by using a long-term time frame and then walking you through some questions, that'll allow me to keep this analysis relevant for as long as possible. So as of right now, yeah, the bears have shown up in a relatively big way. So let's just first start off assuming you're watching this video 15 hours after I upload it. Question number one you need to ask yourself is, where's the price at relative to 71,500? As of right now, the price is broken down below there, so that's got to be considered an area of resistance. But like I said, if you're watching this video at any point and you're saying, well, actually, Clay, the price is up above 71,500, that's a good thing. That means that Bitcoin has not only leveled out, it's shown enough strength to get back above that former area of support. So in any way, shape, or form, even if the price is just barely above it, that is a good sign. That is what you would want to see. Now, if you're saying, well, actually, Clay, no, the price is still down below 71,500, the next immediate question becomes, okay, well, where's the price at relative to the purple line there, the 50-period moving average, right now valued at, we'll just call it 69,000. If you're saying the price is down below there, then okay. Next immediate question is, well, where's the price at relative to the 200-period moving average? Now, I highly doubt you're answering the question that the price is down below there, but if somehow you are, that's just telling you that this movement right here was only the beginning of a much larger bearish move and things have gone very, very wrong. Again, I doubt you're going to be answering the question that the price is below that pink line. Or maybe saying, well, actually, Clay, no, the price is still above here, but it is still down below there. So that would imply that there's some sort of sideways movement. So at that point, you would just chalk up that sort of action and you would say, okay, well, as of right now, Bitcoin is just consolidating, which is much better than obviously having it continuing to drop further and further down. So overall, keep your eye on those levels, walk yourself through those questions, and that'll keep this analysis relevant for as long as possible. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to get signed up for this free webinar because what you'll learn about can and certainly should be used within the world of Bitcoin and crypto. So as mentioned, it'll be this evening, Thursday, October 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you there, but if you can't make it live, then again, just drop me an email, clay@claytrader.com. As far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, please do a couple things for me. Hit that like button, and a super easy way to support the channel, free of charge, just hit the subscribe button. Doing that really helps out, really goes a long way. So thank you in advance for doing that. And like I said, get signed up for that free class, and hopefully I'll be seeing you here in just a few hours.